newbie. I've had him on several times with me. I have now Andy Blatnick, and he's the owner of AAA Paint and you want to talk about. So get up on the mic.
All right, Carol, I'm glad to be back. Good to be back here for 2021. Yes, I finally, after a year of being open, I'm going to do my grand opening at my new location. So I'm super excited about that.
I
Yeah.
saw it in the paper. I want to say to everybody else, you can look at it and find it in the paper too. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, so next week, which is March 15th through 20th, we're actually doing 20% off your entire purchase all week long. So come in. It's a great opportunity to come in and get some, fantastic paint. Get the information that you need, help you pick those colors, get from point A to point B, and get your project taken care of.
So where are you located?
The new store is at 1721 East Warner Road. So the closest cross streets you're going to look at are going to be Warner and Clinton. Going to be on the southwest corner with the Bash's grocery store.
Well, the first thing that somebody said when they asked me who was on after them was that the hardest thing to do when you're going to go paint is to pick your paint color.
It is.
It is.
It
and
always
you
is.
tell them a little bit about your store, because you know what, you have a product that you stand by and that you love, and
Yes.
we're going to talk about that. We're going to also talk about this little fan thing. You can't go wrong here, with every color matches within itself. Look at that. Check it out. It's really pretty. Go ahead.
Yep. So the fan deck that you just showed is called the Affinity Collection. So within the Affinity Collection, you can pick any three colors, and they all go together. So
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's fantastic. So if you might be a little bit more color challenged or worried about that, you can take that fan deck and actually choose any three colors, and they work together. Now the crazy thing about it is, though, Benjamin Moore has over 3,500 colors to choose. When you really start thinking about color, that's an awful lot to have to choose
Right.
colors.
Right. So, and let me say this to you, though. Where you come in, this is the difference between going to a big box store and to somebody who is a boutique store such as yourself.
Yes. Yeah, we take the time to help you, to get your, to work with you at that color. And it does take time. Lots of things that go into color. It's not just about what you see in front of you. It's actually how it looks in your house. And the other side of it is just like with the fan deck that you have here. Those are paper samples. That's not actual paint. So there's a difference between what those paper samples are. They're a good reference. They're a good way for you to start. But the end all is that you want to get a paint sample of that product, put it up onto your wall, and then you can actually really and truly see what your color looks like.
So they're having their grand opening that's coming up March, it's the 15th through the 20th,
Yep.
and they're having a blast with it. And they want you to come in and, you know what, let's sort of support local, right?
Yep.
And not big. Let's go with the small people. You just opened up this store. You're so excited. Entire order that will be for the whole week of the 15th through the 20th, which is so cool that you're doing that. You could check them out on their website. It's AAA, AAA, so AAA paintsupply.com. You can also call them. Their phone number is 480-307-8552. What else? Tell them what you got in the store.
For all week long, really it comes down to being there and taking advantage of the discounts. I mean, the paint is not the least expensive out there, but at the same time, it's some of the best paint out there.
What is it?
So we have our top of the line paint. We have Aura. We have Regal Select out there. We have our Ben line. So both interior, exterior. We have specific cabinet paint, being our advanced or our cabinet coat products. We have a newer product out there called Scuff X that is phenomenal. It goes onto your walls and it resists the marring that you might get. So if you have little kids or you have high traffic areas, Carol, you could use it here in your hallway, as a matter of fact.
Will you tell them that? I've been noticing
I noticed
that.
Yeah, all those black marks that are on your wall, it resists all that. So
I'm so glad.
Great.
I hope the owner heard that. So on some fun and right now, time to be painting because it's spring cleaning, right?
Yes.
Time that you're doing that opening right now, it's March 15th through the 20th. Get in on the deal. The deal is 20% off your entire purchase, and you're going to get somebody in there that's going to help you differently than when you go into those big box stores. They go ahead, they give you a little sample, and then you go ahead, they make it sound like they do it so great, but it's never great. I'm telling you right now, when I tried to put paint on my wall, I thought it was a perfect color, and I got home and it was the worst color ever, and I had already painted it on the wall, so I had to live with it. How many people can agree with that, right?
That's exactly
But
right.
it's a great time too right now. A lot of people still are home,
Yep.
right? Projects, paint project.
Yep, it really and truly is that spring cleaning time. But right now, I mean, the weather is amazing. So a lot of people want to be outside doing stuff, fixing up at the outsides of their homes, doing some of that exterior painting. Because as we all know, I mean, when summer gets here, you don't want to do a lot of things outside short of being in your pool.
Right.
So right now really is a great time to go out there and get some of your things that you need to get taken care of.
And then do it in the summer on the inside.
Exactly.
Right?
That's exactly right.
So again, it's 20% off the entire week from March 15th to the 20th. It's all about the money, right? Get the deal. Go on in there and tell, well, just so you can even tell them that you heard it on Networking Arizona, but they just want to help everybody out there get their paints at a great quality paint.
Yes.
At a great price. Again, they're located on Warner and McClintock, and it's the week of March 15th through the 20th. Is 20% off. Tell them again about that paint. I like the scuff paint right there. That's awesome.
Oh, the Scuff-X, yeah, it's a phenomenal paint. It's gotten a lot more popular. Like I said, great for anything that's high traffic, so your hallways.
Does it come in all sorts of colors?
Yep, any of the colors that we have available of the 3500, you can get in that.
So you can get 500 of your choice of colors on the Scuff-X as well. Go ahead.
And you can even get your choice of sheens. So we have matte, eggshell, satin, and semi-gloss.
What do people like the most?
But in that product, using the satin or the semi-gloss.
And it wipes right off.
Wipes right off. Yeah.
Their number to call, if you want to call them, is 480-307-8552. The website is AAA, so AAAPaintSupply.com. Of some at 20%. Is going to be the best quality paint that you could possibly find. 3,500 choices of colors and different finishes as well. They've got all the supplies you could possibly need. 20% off through the 15th through the 20th. Sell it, babe. Go ahead.
Yep. So so not only with that, I mean, we do have some other specialized products. One of them, a couple of them being from Golden Paint Works. So you actually have textured products. If you're looking for a special textures that are available, soapstone, sandstone, glass bead gels, weathered granite for a fire. Not so much, but it also gives you an idea of something that you may want to have, and we can also give recommendations for people to do that. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's something nice.
Is that new? Is that in style right now for having a little gold and they're beautiful.
It's kind of one of those things that's coming back. It's kind of before it was really popular, and now it kind of died out, but it is coming back. But you can come in and do one wall.
It's cool. You go ahead and keep on talking. What I like about it is it comes in lots of different colors. You can even have a guys. Is that had
so yeah, it is metallic.
I like the copper. It's really pretty. There's a beautiful silver. There's also a whisper. They call it Whisper, which is a lavender. It's gorgeous.
Yes.
So these are things that other people don't have. Believe me, when you're going into those big box stores, they don't have this kind of stuff. What else you got?
Nope. Another thing that you might run across, every so often you may have some paint drips or something like that. So one of the products we carry that we have is called This Stuff Works. Well, it is actually a paint remover. So if you get a little bit on your concrete,
need that for my entire wall right
or you get some, in a spot that you may not necessarily want, you can come in, get a little sample pack of that stuff or a bottle of it, spray it on there. It works great for overspray, cleaning stuff up. I mean, it really is nice. And sometimes, unfortunately, you do have graffiti. Somebody comes by with a black marker and does stuff, whether it's on your house or maybe it's your mailbox, something like that. Once again, that product works for taking that off.
And right now, through March 15th through the 20th, everybody is getting 20% off the entire order. And this is special paint that we're talking about. It's not just the little crappy paint here, right?
Nope.
It's the best you can get.
This is some of the best you can get.
The best you can get, and Benjamin Moore, from what I know, has 3,500 different colors that you could choose from. They help you. They're here to help you to make sure that you get the right color. And right now, everyone's getting 20% off that week of March 15th through the 20th. Help them celebrate their grand opening. They're really excited about it. They started opening about a year ago, you said.
Yep.
But you know what happened a year ago, so let's all run in there and help him and make sure that he sells lots and lots and lots of paint. It's the 20th, it's 20% off March 15th through the 20th in Tempe. Hang tight, we'll be back in just a minute. We're going to talk further about this.
Sounds good.
You know, it's a great thing. What's the cost of choosing? What are all the costs of choosing the wrong color? Time.
The cost of
extra
buying
money.
this paint remover is what it
Can you
is.
get comfortable like how you're gonna talk normally?
What's that?
Can you raise your mic a little bit?
Am I too tall? Is that what you're
Yeah.
I was
saying?
going to say, I can't believe that because he's got the greatest voice.
Yeah, it's like right at his
Okay,
chin
there
and
you go.
chest.
So we're still live here. I want you to talk a little bit about more what you're going to do with besides, anything special at all. I have no idea whether you are besides the 20% off. No, just
There'll be some specials on some of the sundries, like some rollers, brushes,
Right.
pans. There'll be some specials on
let's
those
just okay.
that are all be there. But it really
Okay.
comes down to
Just the price.
Yeah,
Get-
it's the
get
price.
the money.
The price of the paint, which is, that's the largest part of your project by any means.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then a lot of people put stuff off because there might be waiting, but now's a great time to take advantage of all that.
So you have two locations. Where's the other
Yes.
one?
The other location is actually on University in McClintock,
Mm-hmm.
so it's on the north end of Tempe.
Right. Now, is this for the special just for the new store?
Mainly for the new store. If somebody
Okay.
was to walk into the other one, we would honor it, but we really want to push people to that new
Right.
store.
So here's the fan that I'm looking at, and this doesn't have 3,500 colors, but
No.
this is just a beginning
Yep.
of what you have. And what I love about this fan when you look at it is that if you pick three colors, they all go together.
Yeah.
I love that about that.
Yep, they're what we'd call more muted, so they're not so bright, they're not so vibrant, but
Right.
that's the nice thing about them.
Right, but
Can't go
any
wrong.
three colors that you pick, they go together. What else do we want to talk about?
The
Get
one of the things that people don't always remember about Benjamin Moore is that Benjamin Moore came up with their own colorant system. So that colorant system for Benjamin Moore is not done by anybody else. So it's specific to Benjamin Moore paint, and that colorant actually makes the paint stronger. So
Okay.
they've decided, made
We're
it
gonna
so
talk
that
about
it
that.
chemically works together, and it's phenomenal. So when people say, I want Benjamin Moore, a lot of times what gets missed in it is they don't always specify what the paint is, so they need to really rely on that because it's not the same. The
Okay.
colors are a little bit different.
Okay.
But yeah, the metallic stuff, it's interesting how it's kind of been on the
People actually
comeback.
do a wall of it, or do
Nope.
they do trim?
No, they'll usually just do a focal wall on it or something like that, and I mean, it's really crazy some of the things that people
It's
do,
unbelievable.
but it really is
But it's really
very
pretty.
unique.
I know a lot
Yeah.
of people that would like that,
Yeah,
actually.
it's very, very unique.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, my wife wants to do the glass bead one, which I don't even know if you can. The picture doesn't give it
No, you can't
justice
tell in
because
that,
you
but
can't really tell what it is.
Uh-huh.
But it depending upon what undercoat you put on it, meaning the color behind it, then you put the glass beads on top of it. It gives this whole sheer effect. That's just
Wow,
it's
neat.
really crazy. Yeah, it really is.
There's
But-
nothing, paint, it just does a whole different, to your whole
Mm-hmm.
home.
Yep.
So welcome back, everyone. So we're talking with Andrew Blacknick, and he is the owner of AAA Paint Supply. He's having a big, giant. It's a open house that you're having. It's a celebration that they're doing. It's a grand opening for their second location, which is at Warner and McClintock. Paint, guys. We're talking, but not just paint. We're talking Benjamin Moore paint. And at break, we were sort of talking a little bit about on Facebook about how special it is. Tell them.
Yep. So the one thing that's very unique about Benjamin Moore is they have their own colorant system. It's called the Gen X colorant system, and they've formulated that colorant so that it works specifically with their paint, and it actually makes the paint stronger. And it also and this is important to a lot of people. It's still zero VOC, so it's something that's very popular, and people all understand about VOCs anymore. But that colorant is zero VOC, which the paint is zero VOC, so it's a continuation of that. So. Very, very, very unique, like I said.
It's unique, and so you can't just get it anywhere. And let me tell you something, when you're doing a project and you want your home to look special, right? You can, whether it's outside or inside, they have both for both, but you want it to be different, and you don't want to have to go to the same big box store that they have only a certain amount of colors where you can pick at least 3,500 of these, right?
Yep.
And plus you have different types of finishes and all sorts of things, but you want somebody who's interested in going into a boutique. And right now we want to support our local businesses, not necessarily just the big box stores. We really want to do that. You're so excited about this, Warner and McClintock, and you're offering 20% off the entire order for everybody. And you said at the break, your biggest purchase is the paint part of it.
Yep. Biggest paint. That's the number one thing. So come down and take advantage of it. I mean, it's a great opportunity to save on paint because you're not going to see 20% off on the Benjamin Moore stuff
Not
again.
anywhere. Not anywhere.
You're just not going to.
So you go ahead.
One of the things, kind of back to that color side of it, when people come and they ask for Benjamin Moore colors, our colors are very specific, so it is more, I can tell you, it's more challenging to replicate them, and once again, it goes back to that Gen X colorant that I was talking about, that it really is specific to that. So if you go somewhere and you choose a Benjamin Moore color, and then you take it to someone else, big
They
box or
can't
whoever,
do it, folks.
I can tell you firsthand that there are problems with.
Try to do that. They shouldn't try. You know what?
They do it all the time.
You think you can get away with doing things, but you can't. You see, the owners know what you try and do here, but you know what? They also know that it's impossible for you to really get the exact color.
Yep, it is. And once again, if you spent all that time, as we've already discussed, choosing whatever your color is, and it's taking you however long that has been, and then you do something else and you get that, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, I bet it is. You can check them out on their website. Supply.com. You can also call them 480-52. You have paints for people who their homes in and out, but also anything, right? Correct?
Yeah. I mean, if you decided you wanted to redo your garage floor, you have paints to redo your garage floor. Pretty much anything. We have a specialized product. It's actually a lime wash. It's made by a company called Roma Bio. Once again, very popular. So if you have, it's specifically made for brick or going on. Gives this antique. I did my fireplace at my house, and night and day difference. There's a red brick, that you're used to seeing, and put that white lime wash over the top of it, and you can antique it as much as you want. I mean, change the room completely.
There's nothing like
yeah.
paint. I said it before. Just paint a wall and it changes the whole look of your house. And right now, a lot of people are stuck in our homes. We've been stuck in our homes. And you know what? If you want to have something to do, whether or not it's right now to spring cleaning, or maybe you want to do something for the summer. Either way, right now, get on the outside because it's still cool out and you can do your outside. And then in the summertime, you can do your inside. You're getting 20% off through the week of March 15th through the 20th. And that's on the entire order. And you're never going to find this anywhere else. So check them out on their website. It's AAA Paint Supply.com. What else do you have in there that you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about the quality of the paint. A lot of people say, oh, it might be a little bit more expensive or something like that. But I can tell you right now, when you spend a little bit more, does that mean that you're going to repaint in 3 years? No, it usually means you're going to repaint in 7 to 10 years. So that's a difference. So you may pay less to begin with when you're looking at paint, but if it's something that's out there in the sunlight or whatever, and it starts to fade, all of a sudden in 3 years it looks a lot different. So, take the time and spend a little bit more money on that paint to begin with, and you're going to be a lot happier when it's all said and done, because that, it's the time that you have to look at your project. I mean,
that's it. You're looking at it daily.
Yeah, I want my walls to look nice for years. I don't want to have to go back and repaint them, because most people don't repaint them. I mean, the life of that is usually about 7 years before they decide they want to repaint again. Mm-hmm. If then, a lot of times they'll repaint.
Or if you make a mistake like me, and then you have to repaint it no matter what.
Right, exactly. So, you'll come in, you might move into your home. Well, that's when you repaint. Well, then you don't repaint until you decide you're going to do some remodel projects, right? So it's a long cycle for how long? So how long do you want your paint to last? How long would you like to be able to scrub those walls or clean the walls?
People that
The paint and trails. So anywhere that's getting touched or it resists that mark, have the black marks on it. Absolutely phenomenal, and it washes and cleans. I mean, just with dishwashing soap and a little bit of water, and it cleans right up. I have one guy. He put the eggshell product in his kitchen. He's like, don't have to scrub for anything.
That's really nice.
It's really nice.
And a lot of us have kids. A lot of us are, are working out of our homes now. We're in our homes more than ever. We're scuffing up everything. I know I am. I don't know about you guys out there, but I am. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is these new products here too. And the pearl, what was it? The bead one. The one that was
the glass
bead,
beads?
the glass. This is a boutique store. This is what we're talking about, and going to someone local, going to someone that has things that nobody has.
Yeah, it's the manufacturer is called Golden Paint Works, and they're called textures. So, it's a paint with a texture, or like you said, the glass beads. So you're putting a color underneath it, then you put the glass beads over the top of it, and you end up with this very unique looking wall, or however you kind of want to use that. I mean, that's the nice thing about it, because you're really setting something apart from where it is. And, maybe it's a dining area, maybe it's a nook, maybe it's right in your entryway.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, most people aren't doing their entire homes and something like
Right.
that, but they're making that a one focal point in their home, and it looks phenomenal when
It
it's all
does.
done.
It's gorgeous. It's something you probably have never seen. Are all of the information that we've been talking today about on your website? All the different paints and things like that?
All the paint is there, and there are links to the websites out there. I am going to talk about one new product that I have, but it's more for the commercial side of my business, but it's called Command, is what it is. It is a waterborne acrylic urethane. The things that are unique about it, dry to the touch in 15 minutes, and you can actually put stuff back into service in 24 hours. So, like I said, not necessarily for a DIYer so much, but for that commercial person that's doing stuff, that, let's say it's an apartment owner that needs to get their place back.
You want to
be
do
rented.
another job quick, you're done,
Exactly.
and get out of there and
Yeah.
do another one.
And the nice thing about it, it goes on just about anything. You can put it on your walls, you can put it on your doors, you can put it on a floor, you can
Wow.
put it on metal.
So
Right.
you help the commercial people out there as well?
I do.
Right?
I do.
And
yeah.
so, they have something for everyone. They're super excited. Tell them about the special that you're doing and your open house, your grand opening.
Yep, so my grand opening next week, once again, super excited about it. So next week, the 15th through the 20th, we're doing 20% off your order. Come down to see us at McClintock and Warner. It's on the southwest corner. AAA Paint and Supply, happy to help you. And, the more people we see, the happier it makes us.
Right, and you know what, guys, let's support them. And you have two places in Tempe, but right now we're focusing on this one right here. It's located at Warner M. McClintock. You are not going to find 20% off on this kind of paint, this kind of quality, these kind of different things anywhere else. It's a deal. It's such a deal, you got to go check it out. Again, it's going to be March 15th through the 20th. It's 20% off your entire order. Check them out on their website. It's AAA, AAA. I'll get it out the next time.
Now you're putting pressure on me to come up with something else. Is that what it is, Carol?
Yeah.
Once again, we're I don't know. We're a local. I mean, we really are local. I live close by both the stores, so.
And you help people when they come in and they have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
Because that's me. I'm the one that would come in and just not really know what I want. So that's also what's nice. Because when you go into those big box stores, that ain't going to happen, right? You're going to walk into your store and there's somebody that's going to come up to you and help you, ask you what you're looking for doing, maybe help you. You might end up changing completely your ideas of what you thought you were going to do. Would
Yep.
you agree to that?
Yes, that's exactly correct.
Well, they do have people that are going to help you. They're special. This is a boutique store, and they have their grand opening. They're super excited about it, and they've opened in probably the hardest times for years for everybody they had. So let's support them. Again, it's March 15th through the 20th. They're on Warner and McClintock, 20% off. This is the most incredible, beautiful paints that you've ever seen. It's worth it just to go there for the discount. It's going